Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Société Sportive JEU de Paume et des Racquets, the Royal Tennis Club of Paris, for the second of today's singles finals. For what I've been reliably informed is the first time the women's singles final has taken place after the men's singles final. So all about the reform here at the French Open 2024. Sat next to me in commentary for at least the first set of this match, hopefully a bit more, is the Dutch women's champion Saskia Zwalmen. How are you doing, Saskia?
Hey Ben, good thanks. This will be exciting.
It will be. We've got two of the best women players in the game of all time on court for us today in the singles final. The what is it now? 7-time real tennis world champion Claire Fahey and the 4-time world rackets champion Leah Zwalmen. Something along those lines.
You're the stats guy, Ben.
two very, very good sports people in any case.
Definitely, yep.
The galleries are slowly filling up. A lot of interest with a Frenchwoman in the final. Now, Saskia, you've played doubles with both of these players before. Can you tell me a bit about how they play?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see this singles final on this court, because last year Leah was 5-2 up in this singles final, so it could be very interesting. Leah has a different style to Claire. Leah hits everything back, is very good in her placement, very good in her serves, high serves, which did very well on this court. Claire's a bit more aggressive, has a railroad, tries a railroad, and of course is the world champion, so she's the one to beat. And Leah tries her best to get to that stage. Hopefully, maybe she gets a set today. You never know.
Well, I believe the last time Claire lost a set in a women's singles was to it was either
Karen
Hurd in 2009 on this court.
That's correct if you don't count the doubles.
If you don't count the doubles, that's correct, yeah. The doubles last time was 2 years ago, almost to the day.
Yep.
And that was with Nicola Dobel against yourself and Leah.
Yep.
So players are changing ends. I think they're just going to potentially have some photographs taken or not. Usually Patricia runs on at this time to snap some photos of the players.
She's actually coming down the hall.
Here she comes. Never misses a beat, Patricia. She's been here taking photos at the French Open for as long as anyone can remember.
Exactly, every year I got some photos in my email, which is really nice. Yeah, definitely time for a photo now. Patricia's waiting. But the girls don't seem to notice the women.
Yeah, we'll do it after.
Yep.
All right, let's do some player introductions then. Starting with Leah, world ranking number 2, currently playing out of the JEU de Paume de Bordeaux. Handicap of 15.7. It's been as low as 14 in the past.
That's pretty good.
I'm not sure if Charlotte Cornwallis got to a better handicap than that.
Me neither, but in this era, that's very, very good of Leah to get that far.
The runner-up at the last 2 Women's World Championships in Fontainebleau in 2022 and at the Oratory School in 2023. Feels like Leah's been around the game for so long, but to only make her World Championship debut in 2022 is really quite recent.
I think she actually started in, was it 2017, 2018, so not that long.
She played one match on the way to this final. That was against the schoolgirl Catherine Carney, 17-year-old, making
Huge
her Open
talent.
debut.
Yep, won her first round, which is very exciting.
Won through the first round against George Ingham. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see a lot more of her in years to come.
Yep.
But that match yesterday was fairly straightforward for Leah. winning 6-love, 6-love. Just a good little warm up on the court.
Yeah, it's good to get used to the court, although I think Leia is the most probably used to this court than everyone else of us. Yep.
And here's Leia's results at the French Open. Finalist on 3 previous occasions in 2018, 2022, 2023. What happened in 2017, Saskia? You beat her in the quarterfinal.
Yeah, probably should have stopped that year. Yeah, that was just Leia's first Open, wasn't it? So yeah, happy to get that win and still on the on the screen. Very proud.
Alright, let's have a look at the other side of the court. Claire Fahey, world ranked number 1 professional at the Oratory School. Handicap of 6.9, which I believe has been as low as about 2 or 3 in the past.
So, yeah. Amazing. Before she turned mom, now as a mom, she's still a 7 handicap. How amazing is that?
That top result there, remember that's the open draw, that's not the women's draw. So she made the open quarterfinal at the start of this year down in Melbourne.
Yep.
And has been the women's world champion on 7 occasions. In 2011, which I believe was Melbourne, may have been Paris. I'm not 100% sure. But because because she competes in the open category as well, the men's category. I mean, that's why all of her open titles, some 42 or so, don't appear on this particular graphic. Oh, okay. Recent results came up against you in the semi-final. How was that match?
It's good fun. It's always good to get some games against Claire. It's incredible. You think you hit a good shot and it always comes back. You think you can get past her, but it's not possible. So just happy to get some games. Yeah.
Recently won the US Open against Josie Tan and Xanthi Ranger as well over in Tuxedo. And in this particular tournament has, I think she's won every year since 2009, except 2015 where she was away with a young child or pregnant at the time.
Funny, we've had the same score in 2017.
Neither of you got better then. Okay, let's have a quick look at the head-to-head. At the moment it is 9-0 to Claire. Most recently at the Australian Open final in Hobart. Before that, the French Open final here in Paris last year, which you already mentioned. Leia was a set point up, I believe, and couldn't quite convert it. She came out to a flying start on that particular occasion. Leia is very keen to try and get a match win out of Claire. She's very public in that desire. The players are going to take their photos. I'm just going to go quickly adjust a camera. Be back in just a moment. I'll leave you with Saskia. drag there by Leia. One of her best serves, really. Serves that Leia puts in, I don't think I've ever seen her serve a railroad.
No, that's correct. But she masters all the others.
She's absolute master of all the others, but I just wonder if against Claire, the railroad is one of the better serves. Like the drag is really good, but it gets a similar effect to the railroad. The railroad's more consistent.
Yeah, I guess if you see the top players, the pros that men play, they all hit a railroad, so you would expect to get much better. You need a railroad, I think. Leia in the dead on.
Well, they just got a bit big on her, really.
Big swing on this court. You really want to finish the point by hitting in the dead. Either boasting out or hitting it in the dead.
Now, I imagine we're going to have a pretty partisan crowd in favour of Leia today.
There's a huge France crowd, and even the marker is Leia's home court pro from Bordeaux. Claire really good first force and then hit it in the corner.
Claire's going to do well. She's got to really nail that dead-on defensive volley.
Nice serve of Leia. The high serves work really well in Paris. Just not this one. Weapon, the cut volley in the corner. Such a good return. Another chase.
I think Claire's two biggest weapons in general are her force, which is a lot harder hit than most of the rest of the women's game.
Yeah, definitely.
And that cut volley into the corner.
Yeah, I agree.
And as the number 2 in the world, that's the two areas where there isn't actually the strongest. In that dead-on defensive volley, she does do well getting into the corner to chase it down, but you really can't be giving her the option to be playing that shot.
Yeah, so that's why Leia needs to serve tight serves, like a drag, for example, so Claire can't force or hit cut volley.
Chase was 6, fell 7, lost the chase.
Close call.
Now it's chase 7.
win the chase. It's tough if you're a marker from the net and you can't see that corner. You really need to get out on the right time. But there's a referee marker in the dead on.
Yeah, I'm just looking back on the replay, not showing up on the screen at the moment. The first one I could not tell because of the brightness of the light.
Yeah, it's tough with the sun there.
So with that forehand corner, it's just too bright to be able to see the ball.
What was about the second shot? Anyway, first game. Very long first game. Hopefully more to see of them in the next coming out way.
This is that second of the two chases. So this was the chase 7. So you get the first bounce at around about 4, and the second bounce, I think, around about 9. It's very hard to tell because the frame rate is reduced because of the exposure of the camera with that bright sunlight up in the corner. So I can't actually say anything for sure. I'm pretty sure it fell 9 and would have lost the chase. This is the thing with Paris, with the big skylights, you get a lot of bright sun through onto the court.
It's such a beautiful court, but the only thing is that the sun shines through it.
And the problem is once the sun goes down, it actually gets quite dark out there. I might just see her stick with that for a few games in a row, not vary it up, just stick with that drag serve and try and cut down Claire's volleying opportunity.
Do the same with the high serve though. If it goes very well, you can't really let her hit the cup volley. All the falls. I think Leia's the only one in the game who hits a backhand drag that well. It's quite impressive.
I think she's the only one in the women's and the men's game. Is that Florent Breton as the assistant marker today?
No, it's Elliot. Don't know his surname. He's the new gap year student at Bordeaux since this week.
Fantastic.
So this is his first appearance as a referee marker.
The marker today, Baudouin Lenhart. He reached an open main draw for the first time earlier this week in the men's draw. Came up against eventual winner Camden Riviere.
I think Cam took out all the French, didn't he?
Well, two of the French took each other out.
Oh, okay. That was such a good return of Leia, but then you can see how good Claire she gets those returns back.
We've had 4 French men in the draw and 1 French woman. That's one of the highest contingents of the French Open's ever seen.
Mr. Winning ran all the way back. And Leia finished off in the middle. What a volley. Shot to the back of the corner.
You will see that ball again from Claire. Just misses the winning gallery high onto the bando. Leia does really well to get that back.
And then Leia, such a good shot.
Piece 8.
It seems like the backhand corner is the way to go.
Claire's backhand's not look as strong as her forehand so far today.
It's really good. Sharp.
Can't be giving Claire that.
Just the length is incredible. Claire's length, isn't it? Leia has the same.
Oh, that's unlucky. That would have been an amazing point if she'd gone in the winning gallery. Leah can't quite believe it.
Just saying about how great everyone's length was, and then we had this rally. It was a great rally.
It's kind of the mirror image
This
of the
is
one from the previous exchange of
exactly.
ends.
She was running around. So good. That reaction, Leah's reaction was great. Right, is she going for the railroad?
Chase 4.
She is.
Oh, no.
Taking the safe option, the demi PK. Yep, can leave that.
Good play from Leah.
That's how the winner has a chase, put it in the gallery.
Serve was wide. Claire needed to be tight.
If you hit a good railroad, Paris is very good.
I don't think Claire's quite found her railroad yet today.
It's just the start of the match, isn't it? Everyone's getting used to the atmosphere, the pressure. It's good overhead. They all love a good overhead. Just easy. Just to cut it. Doesn't work sometimes. Read the timbre well, just missed it in the frame. That was a short high serve.
Back the railroads. It's good to see Leia stepping into that volley.
Yeah, instead
off
of
the
trying
railroad.
to leave it for the back wall.
Yeah, stepping in and really attacking that railroad.
Because that's always the choice you want to make, right? Step into it or leave it for the back wall.
But to my mind, it's not a shot that she's necessarily played a lot in the past. Stepping in and volleying that railroad. Normally, in my mind, she's leaving it to the back wall. I might be wrong.
Exactly.
You might
Her natural play is leaving everything for the back wall because she has a rackets background, squash background. But she's stepping into it very well. It's a good volley.
So good to see that part of her game improving.
Definitely.
Demi takes time out of Claire. Demi PK now. Chase 12.
Another long game. Claire got that one back because it was such a good shot. Just don't get it.
Fifth juice in the second game.
Yeah.
This is the final we were hoping for, isn't it?
This is why this final is after the men's, isn't it? It's the cocktail match.
unlucky. Needed a bit more wall there. She just hit it straight into the bottom of the bando.
Oh, did she?
6th deuce.
Look at the crowd. So many people here today, which is lovely. It's always good in France. There's so many people to come and watch. Come on, let's go.
So the last time these two shared a real tennis court was at the Australian Open final in Hobart, which you must have been at.
Yeah, I was there.
What was that match like?
Well, Hobart, of course, a complete different court than Paris, so I think you can't really compare matches within the courts, between the courts, but there was an amazing final again. They always have good battles. Long rallies. In Hobart you can kill the shot a bit better, some weird bounces. Paris is a lot about running around.
Chase 8.
Another game. People supporting their person, which is nice. Making a few errors and hitting a few loose shots. Claire puts so much pressure on you. That's a good return.
I like this demi-piqué from Claire at the moment. It's just taking away Leia's volley and just giving Claire a bit more time on returning the ball. Court, because it's so bouncy, having more time to go and chase down the bouncy ball, it can be quite handy. Just completely cut off that volley.
Clever play there from Leia to put that in the second gallery to make sure you can get to the server's end.
The last time these two shared any kind of court was at the Racquets World Championships, which I was at, which was an absolutely fantastic battle. Best of 5 games. Claire went up, won the first 2 games. They looked completely at sea, and then the 3rd game they just started to turn it around. Went to set in the final game, and Leia just managed to come out on top. It was an absolutely fantastic match. One of the best women's rackets matches of all time.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I watched some on the stream. Well streamed, Ben, again.
No problem.
It's amazing what you do for all these games. I can't get over it. Because of you, we actually watch Racquets now and real tennis. But yeah, that game was really close. Great comeback play. Claire really looked like Claire was winning. Coming also world champion Racquets. But maybe one day, just not this year. Impressive though, because Leia doesn't play any rackets anymore because she doesn't have a court.
Maybe that's what they should do in the field outside the back of the JEU de Paume de Bordeaux.
Yeah, make a rackets court, that would be great.
Claire's just really getting a really good length on her return at the moment.
She's on a roll at the moment. Leia needs to change Idaho's serves, makes them more time.
At the moment, Claire's getting the second bounce basically at chase 1.
It's pretty incredible, isn't it? That was a good serve. And a good finish. That's what happens. Give you a good serve, get a loose return, and Leia is so good that she can just put it away and grip.
don't mind the high serve, I don't mind the drag, let's just stay away from the demi-piqué.
It's a bobble doing it now for her. Her second serve. It's very
Yeah, I don't mind the
tight.
bubble, it's just the demi-piqué, Claire's just stepping in and volleying with confidence.
Yeah. She does well on the second serve. Too fast. How did Claire get that previous damage shot back? Great shots, player. Game point for Leia.
That was a really good drag.
Great serve.
Great serve, just put Claire on the back foot. She wasn't able to cut down that return and gave Leia the opportunity to win the point.
Leia's found the right angle on the temper.
Oh, that one's just rolled.
Claire needed a chase because Leia was just hitting tenders and tenders. And serving better and better. Good tactics of Claire just to get back to the service end.
Yeah,
Get stuck at the end, I think.
just bringing a bit of pace for the first time in a while.
You have to be able to have a swing, right? And Leia was serving so tight that she couldn't swing it.
Yeah.
Great volley into the dead on.
So we are at 3-1 here in this women's final of the 2024 French Open. Absolutely standing room only here at the Paris Road Tennis Club, the JEU de Paume de Paris. Chase 4. How often you see Claire get beaten on the volley like that?
Maybe she didn't expect the pace.
Yeah.
It's not full force. Like you have to do something with it. Claire's doing the same what Leia did before, just hitting the angles on the timber.
Chose not to do railroad.
Yeah.
With a bobble first serve.
That didn't bounce like Claire expected.
That's
it
a bit
to
of Paris bounce, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a lovely shot. Nice backhand. Just sticks to the demi. Get another chance.
Leah's looked really good when she's stepping in and volleying that return of serve.
Yeah.
I think that's where she's looked her best this match.
Very determined when she tries to hit that volley. Knows what she wants.
She's choosing her balls well for when to step in and do it. But she's taking that little bit of time away from Claire, which she's so used to having. So
she changes it up, right? She sometimes hits it in the forehand corner, down the middle, shorter, faster. So Claire doesn't yet sees where it goes.
yeah, no two shots are ever the same with Leah, is it?
Same as her serves. Every serve is slightly different.
She's 13.
She's trying to go for the galleries. Is the gallery going to make it? And Claire
I
can
don't
finish it.
I don't think the galleries was a shot that was on there. I think it had to be Tambo.
Yeah, but she tried to.
Just wasn't quite enough width on it. She was a little bit too close to the ball.
That's a great angle. Backhand into the grill. Lovely shot. Great return.
I think what Leah's done well is that she has taken the opportunity to win points when they've presented themselves. They just don't present themselves that often.
Because that's the greatness of Claire. Look at those two returns in a row. One in the forehand corner, one in the backhand corner. They're all so tight. Tries another high serve. Great defense there from Leah.
That defensive volley, I think, has definitely improved from the last time we saw these two play. I don't think she's really missed one yet. Because I think my memory of watching the match in Hobart on the stream was that Claire was absolutely peppering it and finding a really big weakness there.
Yeah, I agree. I think Claire hasn't found her force yet, though. Like, fast, it can be much faster than it goes now. But definitely Leah's defense here on this court is always very good. Like, she gets all the backhand corners back. 2 in a row, then 2 volleys. Which is really good. She steps into the last one. But she had time to step in. 30-15 Leah. She has had some game points in previous games as well. She just didn't make them. Has a chance. Boost. Claire finished it.
Claire's first grill of the match.
That's the new tactic, high lob.
They're trying the lawn tennis or the paddle smash.
Yeah.
Pickleball smash.
Trying to roll her again. And has a chance.
He's definitely happy to interrogate Claire's backhand at the moment.
And another girl. 2 in this game. Getting the stats up.
We're going to see both of them in a row if we get the time. Claire's got a good contingent of followers here this week as well. She's got her sister visiting, her mother's here as well in the yellow jacket that you can see on the dead on.
Yep. Sister's over from America. Made a stop in Paris just to see Claire play. It's lovely.
Big, very supportive family, that one.
But also Leia's family is here, of course. Which is nice. Her brother always supports her. Just see a fantastic return. 5-1. And last year it was the other way around.
Last gallery was the chase.
Good tennis. Twice. Great choice. Is this the first time in a couple of years, Ben, that there's a marker from the net?
It's the first time I've seen it at the French Open for sure. Of course, you always get it at Seacourt with the British Open with Drew Lyons down there. You get it in the final stages of the men's British Open as well at Queen's. Never in Australia. We had it for the finals of the World Junior Championships in Bordeaux. That's where Bordeaux won first mark from the net.
Interesting, because I think because of the danger, it's not allowed in Australia anymore, I think, or more for the safety for the pros. Claire running around. Leia's letting her work for this point.
Just out of nowhere, Claire finds a winner. Claire had given up on it halfway through that point, expecting it to be called down.
Yeah, but I think she scraped it off the floor, didn't she? That's really nice. From that angle, you can't see if she's going to hit the timber or not. Leia's waiting for the timber.
First set point to Claire, first of 3 set points.
Wow. 40 love for this one. And she makes that. Great first set, Claire. She looks very sharp from the start. You see a different Claire than we saw Claire last year. Very focused, switched on. Leia's not leaving the hazard. She's now to take 2 hazards in a row is a bit much.
Leia has to reset here now.
Yeah.
put that first set behind her. In general, Claire can be stronger in second sets than first sets.
Yeah,
I think
she will warm up.
warms
Claire
up
always
and
is a bit nervous at the start.
yeah.
That's why it was very good for her to get the first game. It was a long first game, right? And then second game went to Leah. Is that right? No, it was two.
The second game was the really long one.
Yeah.
But Claire in general just finds another gear at the start of a second set.
Yeah.
Just builds in
more
confidence.
aggressive.
Yeah. So Leah should just watch out for that.
Definitely.
But for Leah, it's really got to be, here's a fresh chance to try and pinch a set from Claire. Think of it as Lovell start of a new match.
Yeah, it's always the first game in the second set. It's a very important game. That's such a good return, and Leah got it.
Well done, Leah.
To get those balls back, it's just really great.
So won the chase. Chase was 4. Marcus Courdet landed at 3. I can see it on my screen here. I'll show you in just a sec. It looks a very good decision.
Yes. So in France, it's a different way of marking, isn't it? Everything between the 2 and the 4 is 3.
Yes.
Well, in the UK, we would say better than 4, worse than 4, or in Australia, or maybe even in America. There are different rules in France how to mark.
Yeah, traditionally it would have been rounded to the nearest number.
Yeah.
But these days at this high level, it's between the lines of the odd numbers on the lines of the even numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's have a quick look at that one.
Different way of
So the
marking.
first bounce was at 10, off the back ball. Second bounce
Right
just there
before the
at
4
3.
line, right? Yep.
Yep.
So that's 3.
Very good call by Baudouin.
Great marking.
And we'll just have another quick chance while I've got a bit of time to look at the stats from that first set. 37 minutes in the set.
Oh wow. Leah hit more grills.
Yeah, I mean,
Serves.
Claire's serving, it's just, she doesn't really seem to have as much weakness from that serving end as she does from the hazard end.
And she laid more chases, so it's quite important, isn't it?
But Claire from the service end, where there's no hazards like the timbre to deal with, just generally looks a bit stronger. And she doesn't, I mean, all players do, but there's less weakness there. She's very happy just to work her way into both corners and dig balls out.
Yeah. Well, yesterday we had a little chat about it. We both felt very uncomfortable at the service end, actually. We rather sit like returning, receiving. So it's quite funny. We didn't know what to serve, but now it seems like Claire has actually found a serve that works.
I don't necessarily think it's the serve as such. I think it's just the general play from the service end that benefits Claire.
Yeah.
There's some people at the
can
service
be a bit
end.
more aggressive on the timbre.
G's here in the first game of the second set. Let's have a look at some more stats from that first set. This is Claire's serving.
Oh wow.
Demi Piquet up at 91% on 13 serves and just 8 chases conceded. That's a big strength in that set.
That is big.
That's something that Leia would have to look back on and try and find a way to combat, because she can't be letting that happen.
Those statistics are very helpful, actually. Yep. Very interesting to see in the next run what Leia's.
Oh, good serve, chase
Great.
one.
Great.
I'd just like to see her serve more drags.
Yeah.
So I just wouldn't mind to see just 3 or 4 games of Leia just serving drags. Don't mix it up, just serve some drags. I think it's her best serve.
Yeah, but if you repeat the serve too often, right, then your opponent gets used to it. So
Then you can
sort
go
of
away
have
and come back to
change
it.
up.
Just have a look at that rally again. Just with the drag, it's cramping Claire up on the sideboard, so she's not stepping in and volleying the drag, so it's taking away that cut volley, and it's not coming back up off the back wall, which is where she's placing into the corners. Cramping up on the sideboard, because it hasn't got the pace on it, so any force you do bring to it, you have to bring yourself.
But it is a serve, you have to concentrate well, you have to perform it very well, otherwise it's just a loose serve. So like the demi, it's maybe less effort, so maybe for your concentration, it's nice to change it up a bit. That's a great finish. Hit the Hezagaya to win the point. Back to choose. That's a lovely return. Short volley to get the chase.
I feel like this game's really important for Leah now.
She just hit the net court, didn't go over.
So let's look at Leia's serving.
Yeah, let's see its stats. Drag 67%.
60, yeah.
But she had to get used to it, right? So it was at the start. Demi Piquet 80%.
Yeah, but this is what I've been saying.
Oh,
The Demi Piquet especially looks at the weakest, and the drag and the high serve, which is
Yeah, you're
there's
right.
less of it.
Points one is more, isn't it?
Yeah, but that Demi Piquet is just losing points and losing chases, whereas the drag
43%.
is a much better weapon.
I'm looking at the wrong person.
So I'd just like to see just a couple of games of just drags. See how it goes. Just chipped over Chase's 5.
First good running up Claire. She got back. So what you're saying, Ben, is we all need a very good drag to beat Claire.
I'm saying that given the weapons that Leia has got, I think it's her best weapon at the moment.
I think the drag in general is a very good serve, especially in the women's game. But it's difficult to get it perfect all the time. Just get a chase like this, if you can hit it.
Because 67% is roughly what you'd say would be a good serve for 2 evenly matched players. Now, on handicap, these 2 players are not evenly matched. Claire's a 6 and Leia's a 16. So if Leia's got a serve that's bringing them back closer to evenly matched, then I think that's a really strong weapon, even if it is giving away some chases and some points. I'm not saying it's going to win every point, but I'm saying it equalises the standards a lot more.
Let's go, TV.
I do think we all need a very good railroad though.
Yes.
Probably will be helpful.
The lack of railroads will be one of the biggest gaps in Leia's game at the moment. She's got a lot of everything else that she needs, just doesn't have a railroad. It's chase 11. Leia needs 2 good points here if she's going to stay in this match, you think. She gets 2 very good chases. A good chance to get her score ticking over in this second set.
2 chases 8, I think.
Yeah, chase 10 and chase 8.
So Claire still has a chance. She left it on purpose though, to not try to touch it and make an error.
No, Yuri have conceded the chase, so you're going to be
might as well give
down
another
there.
try if maybe hesitant.
That's a fantastic drag serve.
Almost flush with the wall. I don't know how she got that back. She did really well.
Fantastic drag serve. It threatens to fall flush with the back wall. She somehow got over and found the grill at the end of the point. Bit fortunate
that the game. But before that, Leia got some amazing shots back. She really deserved this point. She did really well with this.
Yeah, you've got to be lucky in this game. You've got to be lucky in real tennis, but
this was a great game. Maybe she listened to me, so the drag. Good tennis there from Claire.
That was a demi, so she's clearly not listening to me. Here's the drag again.
Kind of Claire to show the marker the ball went out. You couldn't see. That's the thing, if Claire keeps hitting those forehand corners, you feel like you have to cut them off, and sometimes you make a wrong decision to try to go for the volley. So much pressure on you in that corner. Claire's trying to attack a bit more.
Yeah, she just upped the pace of her shots a little bit. Going back to discussion on Leia serving, the other thing about it was that her bobble was only at 38%. And if that's her second serve, and she's only winning 38% of points on her second serve from the service end, I don't think that's good enough.
No, it's an interesting tactic.
Needs to find a way to do more of that second serve.
Yeah.
Whether that's
Maybe it's too short, or is it too long?
well, I don't know. Maybe it's I haven't been watching it closely enough. Maybe it's the bobble that's the issue, or maybe she needs to think about a different type of second serve. You see some players who serve a second serve as a sidewall or a demi.
Yeah, that's true. It's high risk on this court, but it's a very steep penthouse, so a lot of players double fault here. So if you have second serve, it works. Also could be that you have a very, like you're playing with a chase, like a hazard chase, and you really need a good serve, and you hit fault on your first serve because there's so much pressure.
What if she came out and served sidewalls as second serve? Maybe she hits 9 out of 10. She's got herself to juice here. What can Claire do? She has to stamp this down again.
Claire going for the full PK. Claire decided to volley it. Overhead from Claire. Back to the floor game. After missing that winning getter in the first set, she doesn't go for the finish into the winning.
Bit fortunate again.
Loads of net courts. Is that a statistic you have to keep track of as well, maybe? Net courts.
I've been asked as unforced errors.
Fair enough. Maybe that's a bit more interesting. Oh, shot there from there. Great one. Still very low. Claire's bobble clearly is working well. It's a great second serve. It's a bit more tight against the back wall. It's the thing with the bobble, you want to let it land as close as you can go to the back wall.
Claire had served a couple of full PKs, and I actually don't mind that serve from Claire.
It's a funny serve, right? You put someone on your back foot, try to volley.
Yeah, but Leia's volleys from it have been relatively wild, and she's been having to hit it hard, which kind of suits Claire a bit more than the Bubble the Denier, which is forcing the floor game, which I think both of the players actually don't mind the floor game. But I think Claire would prefer the harder game, the volleying game, over Leia, relatively speaking.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so that's why the full PK is probably a good change-up, because Leia can't control the ball with a slow...
very hard to get into a floor game from that serve.
Yeah.
Mind you, the quality of these points in this match has been outstanding. Chase was 2, now it's the door.
Is it 15? I think.
There we are. I didn't panic through all that point. She was kind of behind in the rally, but
She was on target.
what a finish from Claire.
How she did that from there. Leia clapped the point as well. We're all quite amazed how that happened. Great shot. Come on for the highlights.
Let's see that one again. This is Claire's dead on.
Yeah, here we go. Oh.
Boasted it too.
Yeah, temp shot. Boosted it somewhere under the wing. Also apologised. A panic shot. Oh,
yeah. Yeah. No, that deserved a little clap, I think. Don't apologise for that, Claire. We'd love to see it. Chase 6, it fell around about chase 8.
Claire's roll is getting a bit better.
Yeah, Claire's definitely growing in confidence. She gets closer and closer to the finish line.
Oh, she upset that. Commentators best for a while, but see, there are some players who get less confidence as they get close to the finish, but Claire's a player that gets more confident. Definitely. If you see the finish line, better go for it. So there's been times in this match where Leia has been able to go toe-to-toe with Claire, and there's been other times where it just has been that little bit more
one-sided.
Yeah, it looks a bit one-sided now. I think Leia should get back in again. Hit some drags, right?
Well, that's my theory at least.
Oh, the stats don't lie then.
Chase 2. Very short chase.
She did volley that one well, but she just missed it down.
A few inches too low. It's called fault by the assistant marker. Hit high out of court.
Getting back into this game. Kills that shot back in corner every time she has the chance. It's so good.
To Leia's credit, I think that's the first volley she's actually missed all game.
First proper
Force
from
volley.
Claire to Leia, yeah.
Yeah. So the Women's World Championship coming up next will be in the US, in Newport,
I think in May in Newport.
in May or June next year.
I don't know if the dates are already out. I haven't seen anything yet, so
So this
that will
could
be very exciting.
this could very well be the last time we see these two play before then, because Leia doesn't tend to play the British Open. I don't think Claire's planning to go to the Australian Open.
Yep,
So
correct. I think the term starts for Claire, so she can't make the Aussie Open, unfortunately. And the British Open will be very close to the World Championships, so that will be difficult for people who don't live in the UK to come and visit. Because of course we're all amateurs and we also have a job next to this, except, well, Claire also has another job. Great bounce there. Let's see what happened in the pool. Leia trying to get another game now. Really going for it.
what a grill from Claire.
Claire too good. First serve ball. Seeing a stance. That might be my serve tomorrow. Just a bubble. Right, 30-15.
2 points away.
Or another game, you never know.
It's great to have a big crowd in though, isn't it? Even if, especially because we've got a home favourite, it just brings the club to life a bit. Especially sometimes earlier in the week when they've got the parties on, you have a lot of people who don't know much about JEU De Paume playing. Here, everyone's a fanatic.
I'm trying a wave now. I don't know.
Don't know how you can do a Mexican wave in a real tennis court.
Can't really let it go around so tight very quick. That's good effort. Good effort from the French.
Hazard 3 is the chase.
There's a chase, 43 Leia.
That's what the crowd wanted, wasn't it?
Claire missing the dead on. It's out of court. Good tennis from Claire. Let's get back to the serve zone.
Yeah, the crowd would love Claire to get onto a good run. Claire would love to just finish it off.
It's always difficult to actually finish it off at the end. The other player will play more free, and you have to concentrate on winning.
He almost got there too. Called that down on herself?
I think so, yeah. Very, very good sportsmanship there.
The tennis won't be all over after this match. We'll have 2 more matches tomorrow, both the women's and the men's doubles finals. And there's a French flag that has appeared in the second gallery.
Yeah, and there's a slow clap now for Leia. Leia's loving it. There's a smile on her face.
Never seen a crowd like this before at a real tennis match. Last gallery. French flag's been rolled up again.
That's a good serve.
As chase ball, you do really need the serve to be sitting up just right for you if you're going to try and attack it. And that brings up
Claire to get her match point.
Yeah, first championship point for Claire. Chase the door to attack. Championship point, chase the door.
Yeah.
Drag
serve.
serve.
Great the stats. That's a Paris bounce there. Wow.
Oh, look
we
at
haven't
this.
seen one before, so this is good timing.
Saw some tricolor pom-poms in the back.
People cheering this point. That's a great shot, Claire. So much aggression in that shot.
Second championship point. Let's just see that dead on again from Claire. They did really well on the first volley, but just kept coming, didn't it? Oh, big fist bump. No, Claire's doing well, which is fist bumping.
Shots, yeah. Well, it probably brings you back into concentration. Just leave that. Almost hit.
So, still championship point. Chase the last gallery.
Oh, she missed the girl, but didn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Fahey, the 12th time, is the French Open champion, and for the 7th time has a calendar year Grand Slam. How about that?
That's amazing. What an incredible match. Just witness the world top two play each other. Congratulations, Claire.
Quick look at the statistics before I go set up for the presentations. 1 hour 15 minutes for the match. There we go. 1 hour 16 minutes rather. Claire winning 69 points to 47. That is not that far behind Claire now. She's really building up on it. Equal chase length average. Serving stats. Demi PK from Claire, 90% across the whole match. That is an absolute weapon, conceding just 19% chases from it. And then best serve really for Leo was the drag. Ended up 83% points won off the drag.
High,
it is really high.
Right, Ben, maybe you should be Leo's coach next time.
All right, so do stay tuned. I've been Ben Gatenbeek. With me has been Saskia Bollerman. We will have the presentations of the prizes on court very shortly. For now, farewell. We'll be back very soon.
Bye.
Alright, don't go anywhere, folks. You're all set up for the prize presentations for the women's singles. There is still more tennis for you this week from the French Open to come. We have the men's and women's finals tomorrow in the doubles competition. It will start with the women's at midday Paris time, followed by the men's at 2:30 Paris time. So that's all still to come here on the JEU de Paume France, Real Tennis France YouTube. All that remains today is the prize ceremonies. Players and fans making their way slowly onto the court along with the prizes. Both players have a sizable contingent of supporters travelling with them this week, and so I'm sure we'll see several of them being thanked as we get underway with the speeches shortly as well. I imagine that the speeches will be in English and French, especially Leia's speech. All of her interviews with me so far this week, she has spoken French. So we'll expect that to follow. If you have missed any of the action this week, all of the matches that have been played at the French Open have highlight videos up on YouTube, so you can go back and watch them through at your heart's content. Alternatively, if you do want to watch through the whole match, then you can do so. All the match replays are available also on YouTube at Real Tennis France. There have been some absolutely fantastic matches. Some that I'd recommend watching are Shankman-Vagona quarterfinal and Howell-Gale quarterfinal. I think have been some standouts for match of the tournament. In the men's draw, I think the women's final will probably be the standout in the women's draw. And then the action continues. We are into the start of the season for both Real Tennis and Racquets. We're expecting to have the British Open Real Tennis starting in November. Is the next major tournament. That will be just the men. That will be on the TNRA YouTube channel. Then we'll have the Australian Open Real Tennis men's and women's in Hobart this year, and that will be on the Hobart Real Tennis Club YouTube channel, so go and subscribe over there if you haven't already. And the US Open will follow in February on the United States Court Tennis Association YouTube channel. So if you are a real tennis fanatic, there's probably four or five channels around the world that you should be subscribed to. The one I haven't mentioned is the Royal Melbourne Tennis Club, who cover most of the events in Australia that are at Melbourne. Just about to get underway with the prize giving. Just waiting for a few more people to be in position.
Ah oui, j'ai des tags dans les...
I've had a big crowd in here for the final. First time that the women's final has been held after the men's, which is always great to see. The French really do treat them as two equal events. Yeah. Even if the men's does attract more prize money because of the number of women professionals in the world currently being at 3, of which only 1 competes regularly. Here's Charles Blanchot.
Thank you. So I should speak only in English, so it will be a little bit quicker than for the men's final, if you don't mind. It's about the same people in the club, and except the crowd behind the their screen, all over the world. But so I should speak only in English today. Thank you very much for this great final we had today. We had a lot of very good rallies, very tight games. But before to go to the prize, and I would like to thank again to all the sponsors that managed to get this tournament happening. Especially with big prize money that we managed to raise for the men and for the ladies. So basically, for beginning, the French Tennis Association that managed to help us a lot for this tournament, but also the companies Ebury, Adequancy, Aston, and NF Partners, but also the clothes company Cinabre that give us very nice prizes, and of course the French tradition for the wine and spirits with the champagne Duval-Leroy, the wine from domaine Roseblood with Jean-Guillaume Prats, he was there today, and also it is now very comment tu dis fidèle. Fidel, he is now very Fidel. René Philippe Dubosc with the domain Chateau Laujac and the whiskey Nelcius. So thank you very much to all the sponsors and the donators, private donators that managed to help us for this tournament. And a quick word also for the for Hubert also that managed for the a lot for the design. And if I speak about Hubert, we need also to speak about all the team that worked hard and to get this tournament for all the week. The team of the committee and of course Lilian and all the team of the club that had a lot of work to do because it started already on Thursday. So it's been more than a week. The tournament is going on with a lot of parties, a lot of cocktails, a lot of lunches, a lot of organization to do. So thank you very much for all the team and bravo. If I speak about artists, I need also to thank very much Patricia for all she is doing for the club and also for the photos. She give us at the end of each tournament a lot of photos that we all like. She is so talented to get us in such position. I know what I mean, and also for Jerome and Louis for all the journalist part of the tournament. Thank you. Thank you very much thank you very much also for all the pros that have been very good this year, helping us for the marking. Claire's been marking a lot, and all the pros. Baudouin, thank you very much for coming from Bordeaux. Rod, and all the players that were very helpful to mark for all the tournament. And we had a great tournament on also on balls, marking, and even the court, which has been also prepared for the tournament. So thank you for the pros. It's been quite a while now you're battling, now in two sports, but in real tennis it's now quite a long time. Claire is heading the sport with the women, but before to welcome Leah, I would like to say sorry, Claire, but because we had such a great time for the Olympic Games in Paris, the French public had discovered themselves as being really fair play, and we had an all August and July months to clap and to manage to support all the Frenches. So we also had a bit of more energy today to work to support Leah, because she deserves it. She's working very hard in the Club of Bordeaux. She's working very hard with her tennis, and even if all the games were very close, the score doesn't really mark the tense of the game and the close of the game. So really much a big favor to Leah for all what she's doing.
Oui, avec plaisir. Allez, un petit discours de Poulidor, encore. Ça fait depuis quoi, 2017? Poulidor? No? Maybe you can do a quick history.
Mr. Poulidor is a very famous cyclist, cycling champion, and his name has become very famous in the French language for being second in a sport. He's been finishing many Tour de France cycling always second. So now when you say I'm a Poulidor, it means I'm very pleased to be number 2.
Very pleased, je sais pas. Ah non, que dire, le score est sévère, mais même si certains diront que c'était plus serré, le score est ce qu'il est, donc je ne peux que dire bravo à Claire, qui est une championne incontestée et qui, dans les moments clés, a su mettre la 4e, où moi, j'ai du mal à finir. C'est vrai que je me sens à chaque fois un peu plus proche. Au squash, j'ai mis 8 ans à gagner le titre de championne de France. J'espère qu'il ne me faudra pas autant de temps de gagner le titre ici. Mais en tout cas, c'est toujours un plaisir de revenir ici à Paris pour ce tournoi mythique. Je tiens quand même à féliciter Lilian et Charles Blanchot et toute son équipe, parce que ce soit au niveau de la com, au niveau du streaming, au niveau de toute l'organisation générale, vous avez vraiment monté la barre par rapport à l'année dernière. Donc vous avez su tirer les enseignements, donc bravo à vous. Je pense que tout le monde, le tournoi a fait l'unanimité. Et donc moi je parle, j'espère pour toutes les joueuses en disant qu'on a été ravis de passer la semaine ici. Donc bravo à vous, bravo à tout le monde, même à l'arbitrage. Bravo Baudouin et Elliott. C'est pas simple de... Je sais qu'il y a eu peut-être 2-3 situations où c'était pas simple. En tout cas, tu as su imposer ton professionnalisme. Donc bravo, c'était pas simple. Petit merci aussi aux sponsors. Merci Laujac et Nelcius. Peut-être un peu moins pour l'année prochaine parce que c'est pour ça que mes jambes étaient un peu... Et merci surtout au soutien. Je ne sais pas si j'ai déjà eu une espèce de hola comme au Stade de France. Peut-être un peu trop tard, les amis, si vous pouvez faire un petit peu au début du match, peut-être que ça me donnera cette espèce d'agressivité et d'intensité qu'il me faut justement pour finir contre une grande championne comme ça. En tout cas, merci beaucoup pour le soutien. Ça fait plaisir de jouer pas à domicile, mais quand même à domicile en France et d'avoir autant de soutien ici à distance. Donc voilà, juste merci à tous.
Indeed, I can. Je peux être témoin. Witness, I'm definitely a witness on the favour of all the club of Bordeaux watching the game, and this couldn't be possible without all the progress we've made in streaming, and also having such a professional as Ben, who is coming now very often in France to follow all the tournaments, major tournaments. So Ben, again, so much congratulations for all the job you do. And also, we made a lot of we put a lot of progress on websites and how much we could communicate on web, especially with all what has been done with the junior championship in Bordeaux and now the Open. So it's very good for the future of the game. I might make a mistake, but would I be right if I would say that you haven't been beaten since 2009? Good man, thanks Ben.
In singles.
So she doesn't even remember. So it's been now 15 years you haven't been beaten. Nothing to be related with her last name, actually, but I think you nearly would get all the records, and you and Rob are just fantastic on what you have done on real tennis and on the court. So it's just a pleasure. Also with Camden and Nick just before, to see how much you can raise the level of your game and the level of this game, real tennis. So again, congratulations a lot. I would like to applaud Mrs. Claire Fahey, world champion and number one.
Thank you very much.
Much congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to very quickly say some thanks again. Firstly, I would like to thank the crowd. As much as you think maybe I wasn't enjoying it, I can tell you it's 100 times more enjoyable playing in front of a full crowd. I don't hold it against any of you. We're in France. I'm playing against your number one French, and it is always a pleasure to come here in Paris. So thank you once again for turning out, filling up the galleries, filling the Paris Club. It is much appreciated, so thank you very much. Thank you to the Paris Club, to Charles, to Lilian, to Committee Française for organising the whole event. So much work goes into these events, not just on the week itself, but for months beforehand, and I can't thank you guys enough. You guys have gone bigger and better this year, and it's been unbelievable. From the parties, I missed out on a dance party on the tennis court, so I have to get here earlier next year, but no, it's been amazing. So thank you so much for all the effort that's gone into it, including our sponsors, who we wouldn't be here without. A huge shout out to, I know you've already done it, Charles, but to Ben again, and to all the social media that's been going on, all the stats coming out. You cannot underestimate the amount of time that it would take to even come up with these stats, let alone get it out there. But the reach, I think, has been huge, and that can only be good things for our sport. So again, a huge thank you and well done. Thank you. to Laurent for his hospitality. Every year when we come to Paris, it's always lovely to see Laurent. And back home, just a very quick thank you to Rob and the kids, who are probably now busy watching cartoons, but thank you for your support. To the Oratory School, who always support my tennis career whenever I try and skip off for the weekend. And this week I've been really lucky to have my big sister and brother-in-law who have flown out from the States. To come watch me. My big sister's never seen me play in France, and my brother-in-law's never seen real tennis before. He hasn't seen Rob play, so that's a good thing. But it's really special to have them both here, as well as Mum and Sean, who've come out and made this one extra special. So thank you very much, guys. Lastly, but definitely not least, just to my opponent, Leah. Leah missed a trick, you see, because I don't really understand very much French, so when she's talking about the game and my tennis, she could be saying anything. But I think it was all nice things. But Leah, it was another great match today. I'm not sure the score really reflects just how close the match was. We had some great long games, rallies, matches. This will not be the last one, and I look forward to seeing you at the next one. So congratulations on your game. Keep going, it's going in the right direction, so well done. And lastly, thank you so much. Really looking forward to the doubles tomorrow. Thank you.
Mrs. Gerfeck.
And so that brings to an end the formalities at the French Open for the singles for this year. We will have more doubles in action for you tomorrow, all kicking off at midday French time with the women's doubles final, followed at 2:30 French time by the men's final. So do stay tuned for that. From all of us here at Paris, it has been an absolute pleasure having you with us this afternoon. We hope you have a very good Saturday, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. I've been Ben Gatenbeek. I was joined earlier by Saskia Bollerman on the commentary. Goodbye.
You're welcome.